Kai Havertz, Romelu Lukaku, Mason Mount. Chelsea injury news ahead of Leicester clash. All the latest injury news from Stamford Bridge ahead of Saturday's clash with Leicester as Chelsea return to Premier League action. Kai Havertz. Havertz has been deployed as a false nine during the absence of Romelu Lukaku, so there will have been a sharp intake of breath when Germany manager Hansi Flick reported that he was struggling with a thigh problem. However, fears were soon eased when Flick revealed that Havertz would be available for the clash with Armenia, one he found the net in. Romelu Lukaku. The Belgian has missed Chelsea's last 5 matches in all competitions, but it appears he may not be far away from a return. Lukaku shared a picture of himself back in training on Monday afternoon and, while Saturday's clash may come too soon for him, it appears a return to action is not far away. Lukaku has scored 4 goals in 10 games in all competitions so far this term, and he will be aiming to remain fit during the hectic festive fixture schedule in the Premier League. Mason Mount. Mount suffered pain from infected wisdom teeth prior to the international break, and he had to withdraw from the England camp after not recovering from surgery in time. Southgate confirmed that Mount would not be joining the camp ahead of their clash with San Marino. And now the midfielder will be targeting a return against Leicester. Timo Werner and Mateo Kovacic. Both players were forced to miss international fixtures for Germany and Croatia respectively. Werner limped off the pitch in the home match with Malmö with what appeared to be a hamstring injury and is yet to return, while Kovacic picked up a knock in training ahead of the Newcastle match. Chelsea join Atletico Madrid and AC Milan in race for teenage forward Mohamed-Ali Cho. Chelsea have been linked with a move for Angers forward Mohamed-Ali Cho, who has also attracted the interest of Spanish champions Atletico Madrid and Italian giants AC Milan. The 17-year-old spent time in the youth systems at Paris Saint-Germain and Everton, before leaving the Toffees last year to sign his first professional contract with Angers. He has swiftly made his way into the first team, making his debut in August 2020 and making 21 League One appearances over the season. He has continued his impressive development this campaign, appearing in all 13 of Angers' League One games so far, starting 10 of them and scoring twice. He doesn't turn 18 until January, so there is little surprise that his growing influence at such a tender age has attracted the attention of bigger clubs than Angers. French publication L'Équipe, via Sport Witness, report that Chelsea, AC Milan and Atletico Madrid have all shown an interest in the teenager, with the Premier League side considering a swoop over the summer but deciding against it. Cho's side have had a solid start to the season, sitting 9th in League One, but the reports in France suggest Angers would be open to a sale given their perilous financial situation. Conor Gallagher thanks, amazing, Patrick Vieira after making England debut. Conor Gallagher says Crystal Palace boss Patrick Vieira is behind his rise to become an England international. The midfielder, on loan from Chelsea, slotted in comfortably after coming off the bench in the Three Lions' 10-0 win over San Marino on Monday. Gallagher, 21, said, "Working under Patrick is amazing. He was one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, so to learn from him and work under him is brilliant. He helps me a lot, tactically, and most importantly, which is really good, is how he knows my strengths and tells me what to do in terms of that. So I am allowed to make the box and do what I do best, which is part of the reason why I've had a good start to the season." Gallagher has hit 4 goals in 10 Premier League appearances for the Eagles, his latest loan move away from Chelsea following previous stints at Charlton, Swansea and West Brom. Having been called up from the England under-21 squad following a number of withdrawals ahead of the trip to San Marino, Gallagher insists he is not looking ahead to dreams of a World Cup or a Chelsea debut. "To be honest, I didn't expect to be here at all," he added. "I was with the under-21s preparing for our next game. That's when I got a call from Gareth to come and join the senior team. I was over the moon. I was hoping to get some minutes so I could make my debut, and thankfully I did. I am just thinking about this season with Crystal Palace, doing as best I can for them, and do as well as we can in the Premier League. That's most important for me now. If I continue to do well with them and carry on scoring a few goals, there's a chance to be in this England team. I have seen the quality and the amount of good players in this squad is amazing. The talent is very, very high. It will be a tough squad to get into. It's a little bit nerve-wracking because there's a lot of big names, big players have only just met really." Thomas Tuchel did not request Chelsea to sign Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid. Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel did not request the signing of Atletico Madrid midfielder Saul Niguez, according to reports in Spain. The Spain international joined Chelsea in a surprise season-long loan from Atletico Madrid on the final day of the summer transfer window. However, Saul has been unable to make an impact since moving to Chelsea and has made just 5 appearances for the Champions League holders this season. According to the report, Chelsea had not planned to sign Saul in the summer window, and the move was done as a «favour» for the midfielder's representatives. The report claims that Atletico Madrid are already aware that Chelsea do not want to take up their option of making the loan deal permanent for £34 million next summer. Saul is now attempting to convince Tuchel that he is good enough to secure a regular role in Chelsea's midfield, but the Spaniard now faces even more competition following the impressive recent performances from Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ross Barkley. Last month, Saul completed his first 90 minutes since joining Chelsea in the win over Southampton in the Carabao Cup. Speaking after the game, Tuchel said he was encouraged by Saul's display and admitted he has concerns over the midfielder's ability to cope with the intensity of the game. "Was a good match, a huge step in the right direction for him. I am happy," said the Chelsea manager. "We thought maybe he would be struggling with the intensity at the 70th minute, but he got better and better, had chances and shots. We thought let's keep him and give him the minutes. It was a good step for him." Kevin Phillips urges Chelsea starlet Billy Gilmour to join Leeds United. Kevin Phillips has told Chelsea starlet Billy Gilmour to cut short his spell at Norwich in favour of a January loan move to Leeds United. Gilmour made 7 Premier League appearances for Chelsea last season, but struggled to break into new manager Thomas Tuchel's plans towards the end of the campaign. As a result, the Scotland international was sent out on loan to the Canaries in the summer as he seeks some much-needed top-flight game time. However, the move has gone far from smoothly so far, with Gilmour only featuring in 4 of Norwich's opening 11 Premier League matches, as they find themselves rooted to the bottom of the table on just 5 points. Despite the arrival of new manager Dean Smith to the club following the sacking of Daniel Farke last week, former Premier League striker Phillips believes that Gilmour should leave Norwich in favour of a move to a more stable team. "Gilmour hasn't got much game time under his belt, and I can't see why with where Norwich are in the league. There's no point in him going back to Chelsea because he will hardly play," he told Football Insider. "He should go back out on loan to somewhere like Leeds. Marcelo Bielsa plays good football. They aren't rooted to the bottom of the Premier League, and he will probably get more game time. Leeds play more of the type of football Gilmour is suited to, so it would be a great move for him. We've seen Bielsa get the best out of some youngsters, and there's no reason why he couldn't do that with Gilmour. His next move has to be to go somewhere where he will play because we don't want a young player completely disappearing." In the meantime, Gilmour will be looking to put his future to one side as he hopes to break into the Norwich starting 11 for Smith's first game in charge at home to Southampton on Saturday.
That is all just new today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.